McComb here at Mount Vitus, all the way from sunny Spain, here to give you my tips on how to get up this beast for the weekend with less yapping and more brapping. Okay, so first of all we're going to break down the key skills to get up the hill successfully, and then secondly we're going to look at the worst case scenario, which is end up getting lots of wheel spin and having to jump off the bike and run up the hill, and what the best way is to get up that as fast as possible. Okay, so what you want to be thinking about before you hit the climb is your gear selection. Now, I'm going to recommend 6th or 7th gear, and this will allow you to generate enough momentum to get up the first part of the track. And a handy way to know what gear you're in is if you start in 6th or 7th gear and you maybe only click it up 1 or 2 gears before getting to here, because it's quite a steep track up until this point, and you won't really need to be pedaling an awful lot. So you'll know as you're coming into the approach to the first of the wee corner before the hill, just to knock it down 1 or 2 gears again and get it back into that 6th or 7th gear before you hit the climb. Okay, so as you come out of the corner, you don't want to be looking down at your front wheel. You want to lift your head up. This will help to get the weight over the back and help the bike to grip the whole way up the climb. So you want to build the momentum here so that you need less whenever you get up onto the steeper part of the hill. Now, as you start to reach the steeper part of the climb here, you're going to want to get ready to grab a thumb full of gears and really drop it down 2 or 3. That will help you be able to spin up the rest of the climb. Okay, so once we get to the steeper part of the hill and we've grabbed our thumb full of gears, this is the point where I'm going to put my seat up. Now, it's probably the only place in the entire race that I'm going to actually have my seat up, but this will allow me to sit down, keep the legs spinning and keep the weight on the back wheel. As we get towards the top of the climb, the front wheel might want to lift, so you're going to have to crouch down over the front of the bike. This will keep the front wheel on the ground, grip on the back wheel, and you'll be able to drive the whole way up and over the top of the hill. Okay, so here we are, we'll give it a go. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's me in 6th gear now. I'm maybe going to go 7th. And that there will give me a wee bit of extra momentum. Okay, here we go. Dropping in, we know we're in the right gear now. Carry the speed, looking up. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Drop a gear or 2. And keep cranking, keep the legs turning, and up and over. Okay, so we've had some sections of the Enduro World Series this year where just haven't been able to ride up. It's been too wet, it's been too slippy, too rocky, anything at all. So you always have to have a backup plan for those sections if you don't make it up. So in this here part, I'm going to say, looking at the hill, there's a nice wee section just off to the left hand side that you'll be able to run up yourself and have your bike stay on the actual track. You don't want to be getting muddled up and caught up on the bike and everything, so this is where you want to have a plan and be ready for it. So like I say, up the left hand side we have a nice kind of wee path up round the outside of the bush, or up round the outside of this stump. So if you were to run on this side with your bike, you're going to maybe get caught up in it, whereas here on the left hand side it looks like there's a couple of steps have been already kicked in here from people that haven't got up it in the past. So there'll be nice solid footsteps that you'll be able to put in, and your bike will have the entire path to be able to run up. And you want to continue to run right the way up until you've got a wee bit of a downslope for it to start moving on, so that you're not, for example, getting on here and then having to try to pedal up the rest of it. You want to run your bike right the way up and over the top and get onto it here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there we go. Gears are right, and this time we'll give it a go running it. See how we go. Same idea, drop into the corner, pedal as hard as you can. You gotta get it right the way up, get off the bike, and run. On to the other side and jump back on, and they're off. Hopefully that helps you guys conquer Mount Vitus. Let me know how you get on. Let me know if this video was helpful. And yeah, make sure you hashtag Mount Vitus and get all the videos up of your attempts and all the slipping and sliding. Okay, so I guess a little bit on tyre setup. At the minute here I have a WTB Vigilante on the front and a Trail Boss on the back. I think I'll probably change the Trail Boss for another Vigilante on the back just to be able to get a wee bit more grip this weekend, and it's still nice and fast rolling, so it shouldn't really matter too much on the trail centre. So they are my tyres of choice. Maybe running the back a little bit softer for some of the natural stages, and then maybe pump them up again for the trail centre stages just to have it nice and fast. Big thanks to Vitus Bikes for loaning me this beauty for the weekend. I left mine in Spain. I wanted to bring my cyclocross bike back out with me for a bit of winter training, so I didn't have the space to be carrying two bikes around with me on the way home. And yeah, if anybody wants to get out of this wet weather, take a look, check out the guys Bike Holiday Spain, give the Facebook page a like. I have also a competition running at the minute for you to win 5 days of guided uplift assisted holidays down there at the minute, so check that out, share it with all your friends if you haven't already done so. You never know, could be in with a good chance. So yeah, see you all at the weekend, and can't wait to see everybody. This is probably the last I'll be here over the winter, so pop over, say hello, and yeah, love you lots guys, see you in a bit.